Hi everyone, it's Sunday, January 22nd, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vera Dordick. Starting with the U.S. market, prices ended up mainly steady. Interest was okay at the start of the week, but then by Friday, all the activity stopped. That's when the Lunar New Year holiday officially started and customers took off if they hadn't already done so earlier in the week. Looking at heavy Texas steers, prices were generally in the same range from $22 to $25 at the top end, again for some limited volume sales, and all for 64, 66-pound selections. Automotive hide selections have also seen a slight uptick in interest, but not in prices. In the cow sector, the week was also a slower one than the previous few weeks, and it should still be pretty quiet while China is off for holidays, so things are relatively steady there as well. Combined export sales for the week ending January 12th were 627,600. Combined shipments were 558,800, and that's up significantly from the week before. Estimated slaughter for the week ending January 21st was 2% higher at 646,000. Turning to Europe, editor Andrea Guolo says that there are few offers of fresh or salted hides, but that the continent is awash in wet blue that has to be disposed of. Slaughter is low and programs haven't been defined, so there probably won't be major price shifts until Lineapel in February. In the UK and Ireland, sellers are still trying to push prices higher, but it's too expensive for buyers in Italy. The British 36 plus ox is still at 83 to 88 cents sterling per kilo, and in Ireland the price is 95 cents to €1 per kilo. Looking at European bulls, the price ideas between buyers and sellers is a very wide gulf, so negotiations are going nowhere right now. Consequently, northern German bulls are still unchanged at €1.10 to €1.15 for the 40 kilo plus selections, and southern hides are also unchanged. Andrea says that for European cows, sellers are digging in their heels with regard to price, and while the reference price hasn't changed yet, asking prices are definitely higher. But again, buyers are not in any hurry, so everything is unchanged. In the veal situation, everything is pretty much the same, but higher prices are expected certainly around fair time, if not before. In his analysis, Andrea discusses the supply situation and he lays out what's going on with demand in the tanneries. Oh, and he also looks ahead to what may happen at Lineapel. From South America, editor Ronald Guiel reports that raw material prices were again stable, with fresh hides selling at $1.11 per kilo. The reference price of TR1 was also steady at 62 cents per square foot in US dollars. Most other Latin origins were stable this week, even if some were under pressure. And in other news from Brazil, 25 Brazilian footwear brands are going on a trade mission to Colombia. China has lifted the ban on some Brazilian refrigerators also. From elsewhere in Latin America, Argentina slaughtered 4% more cattle last year. In Colombia, the IFLS and EICI fairs aim to exceed $5 million in business. Mexico might have hit footwear exports of 36 million pairs last year. In Paraguay, the cattle herd is decreasing, but processing capacity is actually increasing. And finally, in Uruguay, their leather exports rose last year. So that is all we have for this week. And until next week, good night from HideNet.